let me try this again. I was starting off and doing real good, and then I'm playing with this little Bluetooth trigger for my camera, and or actually my phone camera, and I get excited and I hit the button, so I better put it down. Anyway, happy Memorial Day to you and yours. I hope Miss Marcia's doing good. Uh, I just wanted to touch base. I'm in my office, and about the only thing on the wall right now is my Henry V poster, which I love. Everything else that is personalized has been taken down because guess what? We're selling the house. We're moving to the old folks' home. Actually, we're moving to Woodland Heights over in Little Rock. It's an independent living facility that also has assisted living and memory care and all that other good stuff. But Cindy, in January of 25, Cindy started experiencing a whole bunch of weird symptoms, including full body movements and a tight band like the MS hug that went around her chest. And I can't tell you how many freaking emergency rooms, walk-in clinics, doctor visits we went through. And I will say one thing, unless you're bleeding out, don't go to the ER because they don't do shit. They really don't. They try to get you work through and out the door. And so it took us 8 months. And then finally, what it took was one day she was having these full body movements, which I can show you sometime, but it's like somebody hooked her up to the outlet, the electric outlet. And I videoed it and I sent it to her daughter, she worked at UMS for 20 years in the neurology department for one of the senior neurologists. And so she sent it on to Dr. Archer. And so about 10 minutes later, he called us and said, can you come in today? It was like on a Friday. And so we went in, and after a bunch of testing and stuff, his diagnosis was she has transverse myelitis at T6, which the way we understand it is about a third of the people recover, a third of the people get a lot better, and a third of the people never do. So we've been dealing with that. And it's just gotten to the point where we need to be someplace where if, at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, she might be hungry and say, hey, listen, can you fix this? And I'll get ready and go in there about 3 or 4 o'clock, start to fix something. She say, I'm not hungry now. And there's been a lot of times, and it affects our appetite and just a lot of other things. So as much as I do enjoy this house, this has been a great house for us. We had it completely redone when we moved in. And, but it's going to be best for, I guess, both of us for the most part. And it's back to Little Rock, but I can live with that. And it's been busy for the last, year and a half, I would say. Anyway, we've decided to put it on the market. And of course, you got to get everything ready and get everything pretty. And the stuff that you've been putting off for a long time, I'll get around to it. Well, you have to get around to it. And that's what we've been doing. Now, this morning, we just were all over the place trying to get some things done. We have a girl that cleans for us occasionally, and she came in and helped Cindy. And then I got a bunch more stuff done, but about 1 o'clock I hit the wall. And I went in, we had lunch before then. And I went in and took a shower and actually I went to Kroger and got some margarita mix because I think I need some Mexican back medicine for this evening. either that or some of that 14-year-old Scotch back medicine. Uh, anyway, we are doing as good as can be expected. We had a garage sale. Oh, I hate those things. I truly do. And this damn well better be the last one I ever do in this lifetime. About 2 weeks ago, I guess, we did very good. But I just, and getting all the stuff done around here, it's just been one thing after another. But for some reason or another, the last few days, I've been thinking about you and wondering how y'all are doing. I know that we get on with our lives and we don't always stay in touch like probably we should have. But I do, from time to time, go down to Pine Bluff. I've gotten to where I work sometimes in black and white on my photography. And Pine Bluff just strikes me as a black and white city. I mean, everything that you and I remember has gone to shit. It really has. You wouldn't recognize some of these places. Houses have fallen down and they don't do anything about it. The people who bought the studio, I don't know who owns it now, but whoever owns it now, I mean, that structure has not been painted since, I'd say in the 60s when my parents had it painted, had it completely redone. Nothing has changed and it's fallen apart. And the whole city is falling apart down there. And of course, I know you don't miss it, and that's fine. I understand that. And it's just occasionally, and of course, that's where my parents are buried. That's where my son is buried, David, my oldest. And so I do like to go down and take some pictures. Everybody's gone now, just about. Scott Holden died about 4 years ago, I guess. He had pancreatic cancer. And then Adam Robinson, I don't know if you knew Adam, but he had taken over the funeral home from his dad, and he died about 3 years ago. So most of the people that we knew at some point in time in Pine Bluff have either moved or they're dead. And of course the town is dead too. They keep trying to pump it up. But let's just say diversity has taken over. And you see neon colored houses on Cherry Street. But, that's the way it is. And I think that once we get moved out of here and settled in over there, that hopefully that'll be the last damn time I have to move, unless it's to have the funeral home come pick me up. The house in Little Rock that we had was just about a block and a half from Roller Chenal Funeral Home. And when we first moved in there, I said, I'm just going to stay here till we die, and you can just roll me down the hill. Well, guess what? That funeral home was leveled by the tornado we had back in 23. And the house that I had was hit pretty bad. So, we sold that in 19, and the tornado came through in March of 23. And then we moved back down here to Maumelle in July of 23. So we've been here for about 3 years. And like I said, it's nice and quiet. It's a bedroom community that thinks it's some big city. And so that makes me crazy sometimes. I didn't, normally on Memorial Day, I'll go to one of the services at various places, either over at the Vietnam Veterans Memorial at the Capitol, or they have a pretty nice memorial here in town. Hold on a second. I drink lots of water. My PCP tells me with all this Agent Orange stuff, with the diabetes and the heart disease and all this other shit, the high blood pressure, that I need to drink 80 ounces of water a day. Now, doctor, does that sound right to you? I don't know, but it keeps me cleared out between they give me some kind of diuretic for the kidney and heart function, and then I take Jardiance for the diabetes, which of course helps with the weight. I mean, at one point in time, back in 18, when we first moved back to Little Rock from Searcy, I weighed almost 195 pounds. And my new PCP, or actually it was the one I used to have before we moved to Searcy, had told me, you need to join a gym, and you need to join a gym with a swimming pool. Well, I ended up at Planet Fitness, and that was good enough. They didn't have a pool, but that's fine. And I've lost, let's see, yesterday I weighed 153. So, I've lost close to 40 pounds in the last few years, and I've managed to keep it off. I've had both knees replaced. The left knee was back in November of 23, and it still gives me problems. The right knee was back in October of 21, and it's just absolutely perfect. Then, last year, was it last year? Yeah, first of 25, I had a rotator cuff on the right shoulder. That was worse than both knees combined. That thing hurt like a mamma jamma. I mean, and then they tell you, they go in for the nerve block. They said, I was told that it'd be wise if you took a nerve block. So I said, okay. And I'm in the OR prep, and they said, okay, we're going to do the nerve block. And so they wheeled me down to this place with the ultrasound where he can use a little wand. And I turned my head to the left because he was on the right. I didn't want to see the needle. And because he was going into my neck. And I look over there, and dadgummit, I realize he's looking that way too, because he's watching the TV screen that's right there, and I'm looking at the needle that's in my neck. So I had to close my eyes real quick. Anyway, they went ahead and did it. Great. Come through surgery. They gave me, I forget what kind of, it's a standard pill. Percocet or something. I don't remember exactly what it was. And about 10 o'clock that night, because this was 9 o'clock in the morning, at 10 o'clock that night, I started to feel the pain. And so I took something. Then about midnight, it didn't make any difference what I took, I don't think. That thing hurt like, I don't want to do it again. So anyway, I think I got about an hour and a half of sleep that night. Of course, the next day or so, it kind of went away. And I've been doing fine. I try not to overdo it on lifting and stuff like that at the gym. And I really focus more on my midsection and my lower. I had to go back. I've been back to the ortho a couple of times on the left knee. And he tells me that I need to do some more leg presses at the gym and stuff like that. And ride the bike. And so I do all that stuff. And, I used to laugh at my dad because once a week he would take out his AWOL bag, which I don't know if you remember that or not, but that's the little thing that looks like a bowling ball bag. That when I was in the service, we could use for weekend trips and stuff like that. So that's the AWOL bag. And so anyway, he used to pull his out once a week and dose out all his pills in his little pill case and everything. I just kind of, Dad. And now I take out my 50 caliber ammo can that is stocked full of meds for my diabetes, for my heart, for my high blood pressure, for you name it. Who knows? So it just goes to show you, it all comes back around to you. Anyway, that's kind of in a nutshell, sort of, what we've been up to. I hope y'all have been doing okay. You know, you really need to consider retiring at some point in time, but don't quit moving. That's the one thing I'll tell you. You can retire, just don't quit moving. And I mean, I don't know if y'all still have your place out in Colorado or whatever, but you know, have some fun. Get out and do some stuff. I hope you are. And I'm going to let you go. And again, happy Memorial Day. It's always good to hear from you. I'll talk to you later. Take care.